Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on a special edition of Facebook Live with Siren Labs. We're joined with our special guest, Siren Labs founder and co-CEO, Moshe Hogeg. He's here to address some of the questions that are coming up in our Telegram channel, which is very popular. We hope you're joining us there, and to answer your questions live. Thank you for joining us today, Moshe.
Yeah, what do you mean? That's mine.
Let's dive right in. And again, those of you who are joining us, please send in your questions for Moshe. It's an AMA. It's an Ask Me Anything. Diving right into it. So someone on Twitter asked, even after multiple strategic partnerships, why is the SRM token value falling?
This is the question we decided to begin with. I think we should ask the sellers this question. So let's try to listen. It's a free market. I'm asking myself the same question again. Every time we give good news, it looks like the value doesn't go to where we wanted. At the beginning it did, but then it didn't. I don't know. We should. If I met a guy that sold at this value, I would have asked him why. So far, I didn't meet anyone that sold at those prices, so it's very difficult for me to answer this question. I would, again, love to talk with someone that sells to understand it. Now, in regards to token price in general, I think that the majority of our community knows what we're here to build, obviously. And I think that if people will be patient and wait for us to finish our mission, I think that the value would reflect. I'm sure it will reflect. We are looking at it in the long run, so we got to make sure that we do what we said we're going to do. And I think in general, whoever follows Siren sees that we're taking a lot of attention and putting a lot of resources to meet the milestones in our roadmap. And once we will do that, and we're doing that, we're going into a nice phase, then I think in the end, when we come to the end of the year, we'll have the phone, we'll present it, we'll start the selling, we'll have the stores worldwide, we'll have the distribution channels. Once all of this is in place, I think the value would reflect and everyone will enjoy and the community will enjoy it. Until then, I think, I don't know, it's maybe speculation, maybe people bought it with when the ICO started, I think that the price of the Ether was close to $500. So the Ether went up also. And maybe some people are very happy from the Ether going up and they want to convert back to dollars. I think we should focus on building what we said we're here to build. And if we'll do that, then I'm sure that the token value won't be the issue.
Thank you, Moshe. So we're going to get into some very pointed questions that are already coming in to us here on Facebook Live. And again, a lot of these questions may be asked more than once. People are coming in, tuning in at different times. And we want to make sure that we try to address as many questions as possible to show we're listening to the community and want to keep you up to date on everything and let you know we're listening and answering your questions. So Ash makes a statement. I think it's more of a question. You're the sellers or your staff? It's kind of getting into the speculation that's been going around about circulation supply, and really some people might be speculating that we are selling some of the coins that we have. Can you address that?
No. We have no reason to sell tokens. We have enough funds in our banks. Obviously, some of our suppliers got some payment in SRNs, and maybe they're selling a bit. So I can't say that everything is locked, because it's not. But Siren doesn't need to sell tokens. We have enough funds.
George de la Cruz says, you're a victim of FUD. About those investors withdrawing, can you clarify this?
again, withdrawing, investors withdrawing. Most of, I think, so far the withdrawals was maybe less than $1 million. So I don't know. I'm very happy from what I've seen so far. So far, there's like from the 60 million, 16 or 17 million was deposited. Maybe 1 million, I think even less than 1 million was withdrawn. And then the rest is still over there. So we will actually, I'm speaking to some of the investors right now, and it's interesting because right now it looks like that the price that they will fulfill their position is lower than what they can get on the market. But it's actually, I claim that it's not true, because if someone comes today to the market and let's say he wants to buy $20 million worth of tokens, there's no chance that the price of the token would be what it is today. I think that the price of the token would go dramatically higher than what he paid. So we're actually talking to them about the potential of leaving the ethers with us and taking the tokens. And I think we're we're still negotiating, but I think I'm optimistic about it.
We have many people who have joined us already as we started this Facebook Live with our founder and co-CEO, Moshe Hogeg. Mika asks, can you tell me why Siren is dropping and dropping all the time after pumps?
I don't know what's pumps. I think we had 1 month in a very good place regarding the token value. Right now, in terms of dollars, it's not so bad. It's actually nice. In terms of Ether, it's not where we wanted it to be. But again, I think I'm actually happy if people are selling the token at these prices. It means for me that they don't believe in the token, and I'm happy that other people are buying them because the new hands that will buy the tokens will be strong hands, and they won't sell at those prices. So I actually think it's healthy. Some people don't forget that the token went from 50 cents in the ICO to $3.50. So people sold some of their position, and they made some profit on the initial price. And then if they need to sell some at a lower price, the average is still high, so they're still profitable. I can understand some of them. I hope that most of our community understand what we're building, and when they understand what we're building, they know that hodling is smarter. So I know I have many friends that bought Ether at the ICO at 30 cents, and I know that a lot of them sold it at 52 cents a year later. Obviously, the people that bought it at 52 cents a year later did much better than the guys that bought in the ICO. So if I'm looking at this as an example, we will do our best to deliver what we promised. We have the tools, we have the funds, we're building a phone, we're building a supply chain, we're building the distribution channels, we're doing the marketing. And once the phone will be in stores and sold to everyone, I think we'll be in completely different place. Up until then, it's up to you guys and your trust in us.
Michael Corbo, I see your question, and I'm going to get to that in just a bit. Jumping around to try to keep things going in a nice flow for everyone. Ash is asking about the Bittrex volume and how it went from over 2,000 BTC to just over 100. Also, why does our admin team on Telegram, he says block everyone, and he says that we never answer any questions. He's wondering why we just seem to push the white paper on people and say that that people are not investing in SRN when we tell them that they have made contributions. Can you clear this up, please, for Ash, Moshe?
Yeah, so it's many questions. So regarding Bittrex, we don't control marketplaces. Bill from Bittrex and his team are good friends, and we've spoken with them. We were very happy to see that they listed SRN after close to 10 weeks that they didn't list any token. It showed a lot of trust in Siren. And every time a token goes to Bittrex, the first day is crazy, and then after that, it goes down. I think that in general, when token goes down, then volume goes down as well. It makes sense, and when token goes up, then the volume goes up. As me personally, I do the opposite. When token goes down, I can buy, and when tokens go up, then I think it's maybe time to realize something. But the majority of people doesn't think like that, doesn't work like that. We gotta put the price and the volumes. I think we have nice volumes, $20 million a day. It's a lot of money, and I think that the main focus gotta be again. It's like repeating myself, but we gotta focus on the long run. And by the way, when I say long run, I'm not talking about 5 years. I say long run. I say wait until the phone is ready. Let us deliver what we build.
Can you also talk about why at Siren Labs we do say that people who have contributed to our crowd sale with our ICO have made a contribution versus saying they're investors in the company?
Yeah, because they're not investors in the company, they're contributors in the company. Again, investors in companies is something completely different. You're getting shares in the company, you have rights in the company, and that's not the scenario over here. Over here, people bought tokens, so they are kind of a contributor or token holders, but they don't have shares and voting rights in the company. Yeah, I think that's the main difference. Now, I see that many people are asking different questions on Facebook. Bill is asking about our relationship with Orbs and Kik, and I've seen that before. Michael asked about our relationship with Cardano. So I'll start with Cardano. Cardano, some of the main people in Cardano invested in Siren, and some of the main people in Cardano also joined the ICO, and we have a very close relationship, and we decided to start. I don't want to run ahead with bigger news from the Cardano angle before we finalize everything and sign. Right now we have a team, a joint venture team, a joint team that works together in order to make sure that, first of all, the Cardano token would be supported by our phone, meaning that in our wallets and stuff, we will support Cardano. Second thing is to see whether there's a room to do a version of Cardano, but we will elaborate more when we have more info about this. Regarding Orbs, we're very close with Orbs. Me personally, I'm a big investor in Orbs. Same goes to Kik. By the way, same goes to Telegram. And I'm working on my relationship as an investor in those companies in order to see if we can do something together. I think Orbs are very promising. Telegram obviously is amazing, and I'm talking to them as well. And we're working out to make sure that the best companies in the world collaborate with Siren. In the end, we see the phone. The phone is like a junction that everyone should be in. And we want to work with the best companies in the world and host their technologies.
Ali and Ahmed have both asked questions that get into circulation supply and coin market cap.
Right.
The questions being, if you could please elaborate on the total supply and circulation supply disagreement with coin market cap to begin.
Yeah, so my opinion is simple. I don't know what is circulation. I don't know what it is. There's total supply, which is 573 million tokens. I don't see the point in circulation. I don't understand circulation. Whenever I've done deals in my past, or let's take, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's take a look at Snapchat, okay? So Snapchat has a certain number of shares. You do the number of shares multiplied by the price of the share, and you have the market cap of the company. Why you need to, if Evan, the CEO over there, has a 10% locked which I think he does. Does this mean that it's not reflected in the market cap? Of course it is. The coin circulation mathematics is an invention by CoinMarketCap. When I asked them what is the purpose of that, they told me that they don't want that a shitcoin will come with zero liquidity, will print 1 trillion tokens, will do one transaction at $1, and will say that it's bigger than Bitcoin. I think that there's smarter ways to fight with this. I think that we can, like, say, minimum $2 million a day volume, unless, and if you don't have this volume, then you're not in the table. Or other smart solutions, but regarding our disagreement with CoinMarketCap, they have some weird calculation that they think that only 20% should be in the circulation. We think that it's not the right picture. We think that the right picture should be all the total supply, but at least the 40% that was sold in the crowd sale. And they think that because they don't take under account big investors. So if a big investor came into the crowd sale and put, I don't know, $5 million, $10 million, then they think that he shouldn't be in the circulation because he's a hodler. I don't know, that's a weird argument. We expressed that to them many, many times. We're at the point that we think that they should do a recalculation of the circulation. They're not answering us. We're emailing them around 10 times a day. We're hoping that one day they will reply and change this number.
Do you plan on releasing the communications that Syrian Labs is having with CoinMarketCap?
Nah, again, I said before, we're emailing them every day. So right now, we had a discussion with them a month ago. We disagreed. We think that a lot of things changed in the last month. They're not answering now. We're waiting for them. But again, I don't think that this is the important thing. The important thing is the company we're building. I would love to get some more questions about what we're actually building and not on the token.
Okay, well, one of the issues is that some people believe that we're not being completely transparent. And so that's why they're asking about the communications with CoinMarketCap. And people have asked about our patents, why we have 3 wallets, the amount of tokens we have locked, and the percentage of tokens held by employees. So can you address the transparency that we have at Syrian Labs with everyone who's participated in the crowd sale and may be interested in obtaining SRN tokens?
Yeah, that's easy because we're completely transparent. So that's super, super easy. This is, when people say FUD, this is basically what they mean, because we're completely transparent. So let's do something like that. Instead of me answering live in Facebook, just make sure that Nimrod and the guys after my session answer those questions on Telegram. Just put it out there. Those are pure facts and you can see everything. That's the beauty of the blockchain, that everything is transparent and you can see everything.
Well, the 60% Syrian Labs reserved, is it locked? And how can people know that Syrian Labs is not using these tokens to flood the market and to keep the price down?
Listen, I answered that already. I already said we're not. But again, you can look at the blockchain and you can see for yourself. None of the tokens goes to exchanges. Maybe let's move. I've seen someone asking a question about Messi, which is, oh, I see another question about the company. So first of all, about Messi, I think it's a nice time to make an announcement regarding that. So we finally have a date for shooting the commercial. So on March 7th of March, we're going to shoot our commercial with Messi in Barcelona. We have a very cool concept that we developed with a creative company from England. And it's very exciting to go there and to shoot this. We will share with our community like behind the scenes materials and cool stuff from Barcelona when we meet Messi. I think also some of our community is also meeting him, and it will be an important milestone. So the date of the commercial is March 7th in Barcelona, and we'll share more later. I've seen another question by Ash. When will Syrian use its own blockchain? So it's stage one. We're not developing our own blockchain. We're analyzing different blockchains. So I can tell you that we're looking at IOTA, we're looking at Raiden, we're looking obviously at Cardano, we're looking at Orbs, and once we'll have a decision, once we see that the best fit, what is the best fit for our needs, we will obviously elaborate with our community.
Christian is asking, do you plan to launch he says TV commercial for the FIFA World Cup in June and July?
No, because the phone won't be ready in June and July. So the answer is not. We're not going to do it in the FIFA World Cup. We're going to do it later this year.
And where can people see the Messi commercial, Moshe?
Once the commercial will be available, we will share it probably, obviously online, also billboards, and maybe also TV, depends on the countries. We said before that we're going to start with Asia, with Japan, and then we're going into America. But those decisions as more time. Now we're focusing on starting we're still making the final technical design of the phone, and we're going into production soon. By the way, a lot of people asked about the 64 gigabyte. So it's not 64 in memory. We're going to be at least 128 gigabyte. We will release the final spec, I hope, in the first week of March, just with Messi. And then we're going to announce the company, the manufacturer. We think it's one of the biggest in the world. We're going to release the name, which we think it's a big news as well. And going into production, we're really hoping that March, April, we'll start production.
Todd Highland asked us previously on Facebook, are you exploring the option of offering multiple models of the phone, specifically regarding that storage space?
Yeah, we are. Obviously, it's all a question of the cost. So we can do almost whatever we want if the users are willing to pay the price. We've done a poll with the community regarding price and spec to see what is the balance in their opinion. We think that, first of all, it was a lot of fun. You know, it's great that we can consult with our customers before we build something. So we got a lot of information from this poll that we did. And and we're going to release it, as I said, in a few weeks.
Raul asked, when are we going to be starting an aggressive marketing campaign?
The marketing campaign would start probably just right before the launch of the phone. I think it's very typical. I think similar to what you see with other brands. You will start to hear, not you guys know about us, but mass market audience will start hearing about us probably a month before the launch event. And then when the launch event starts, then obviously we're going to bump it up and take it to a different level. See, someone asked over here, will Sirin Labs come with their own exchange on the phone PC that users of SRN as a default currency to trade with? The answer is yes. We're going to have this. It's going to operate in the background. This is like the token changer philosophy that every mass market user shouldn't know and shouldn't care about other tokens. He should only have the SRN, and once he's using every app that would be on the phone, then we will do the change for him in the background seamlessly without him even knowing about it. To do that, we're working with liquidity providers, we're working with Bancor, and we also we started discussions with Bittrex as well. We will announce more when we have more info or finalized info regarding that.
Basil asked that earlier, what's with the IOTA partnership?
So I think it's very similar to the ones with with Cardano. So we're still exploring. We gotta understand, security is a big issue, and we gotta make sure that we're 100% bulletproof with that. And until IOTA or the others won't meet 100% of our demands, we cannot take a final decision with which one we will use. So IOTA, we said that we're working and analyzing it. Cardano, we announced it. We're also going to talk soon. We're in discussions right now with Orbs. We will announce more later. I see that Bill is asking, will Sirin Labs Found use the Zodiac and Orbs team as an exchange and a blockchain? So to the people that doesn't know, Zodiac is a project by Bittrex and Invest.com. So obviously, Bill, like you probably understand, we're very close. We're sitting in the same building, so we talk a lot. And it's obviously easier for us to work with Zodiac, Bittrex, than to work with other exchanges. But we still have no news regarding that. We want to work together. It makes a lot of sense to work together, but we need to meet. They need to meet. You got to understand, Sirin has a product, a hardware, a phone that it needs to deliver to customers in the end of this year. So we're not like, we have a firm timeline that we got to meet, and we cannot just wait and say, oh, maybe let's take the time, let's explore. Those exchanges, those blockchains, they all got to meet time restrictions and certain quality demands that we can't settle with. So it's easier to work with them, but we got to make sure that they meet our demands.
Christian asked if you could say something about the operating system and the potential for it.
I think I spoke about it a lot before that. I think that the potential is huge, because when I look at internet today, then you guys probably know what is HTML, but the users in the street, they don't know what is HTML, and they shouldn't know, and they shouldn't care what is HTML, even though it's the engine. So when I look right now at blockchain, I think that it's a super interesting, revolutionary technology, but I'm not sure that my mom needs to understand why. I think that in the end, if we do a very good job, then it becomes like HTML. It's something that you need to have, but you shouldn't need to understand it or what it's doing in the background. And if we'll do a good job with our operating system, then I think it could be the backbone of every other computer. When I say phone, it's a computer. Every other computer, mini computer, big computer in the world in the future. If we'll have the potential and we'll have the ability and we'll do a very good job in user experience, allowing users to seamlessly work with decentralized applications and seamlessly converting the different tokens without going into exchanges. I don't want my mother to go into Bittrex to buy some token if she wants to use a certain service. So if we do a very good job with that in a combination with the cold storage crypto wallet, because that's also very important, because the money today sits in the banks, and someone which is an expert in security is holding the money for us. But once we move into crypto, we got to have a much stronger security and understanding, and not everyone has this. So we understand it. We got to make sure that this is a big part of the offering that we give, that the security, the reassurance that your money is safe, and that's what we're doing. Let us work. We're working. We have 50 people. We're growing. We're hiring more people. We make a big advance since we finished the cloud sale. We're going to have a phone by the end of the year. We're going to have a lot of stores by the end of the year. We're going to have a lot of distribution channels by the end of the year. And once the software and the hardware are ready, then I think that Sirin will be in completely different place. And looking back at the token right now would be like a joke.
Since Sirin is only going to accept SRN tokens for payment, how are you going to let customers pay when they walk into the stores that we're going to open with fiat money?
Yeah, very easy. So actually, Bittrex just announced that they're going to have USD market, meaning not USDT, not Tether, but USD markets, which means that you can deposit US dollars and buy tokens with that. We will simply use their mechanism through maybe Zodiac or directly through them, and we will allow people to come with credit cards and convert US dollar into SRM.
Amarin Kitteridge, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, asked us previously on Facebook, you made the comment that Finney's price is too expensive for most people. How do you plan to adopt for the mass market?
Yes, and that's a funny situation because I think I want to get the price as low as possible. Obviously, if I could get it to $200 without affecting the quality of the phone, I would have done it. Obviously, I can't. So the balance, the question is the balance between quality and price. Our community was very vocal about quality comes first before price. It came very loud and clear in the poll that we did. So we think that in stage one of Syrian, the first phone would be for the crypto community. And for the crypto community to have a solid phone that is based on blockchain technologies, that allows you to do everything we spoke about before, with an integrated cold storage crypto wallet inside, and get to the price that we initially spoke about in the crowd sale of $1,000, I think that probably this would be the neighborhood that we will be in. We will do, again, as I said before, we will do everything that we can, not excluding damaging the quality. We will do everything we can, including cutting our margins in order to make it more accessible to more people.
Alec McLaurin also asked us on Facebook, why was the SRN token structured as a utility token?
Yeah, you know, the SRN is a utility token. You can go to the stores and you can get a discount for using it. And obviously it will be the token engine between all of the different tokens in our software. Why it's structured like that? Because regulation today is not in a place that we feel comfortable, that anyone in this industry feels comfortable to say, okay, you know what, let's just do a security token and spread dividends to people that join. I think that once the market will be more mature and the regulator will be more clear about how to create an industry that can go this path in a normal way, and in the same time, more exchanges. There's T0 now that talking about security tokens. Bittrex is talking about security tokens. So I think when more exchanges will offer liquidity, then more and more companies from the industry will go to this direction, if it will make sense. And it means that the SRN is a utility token. If in the future security tokens will be easy to use and easy to organize, then maybe we will also do issuance of security tokens.
Abia Abbas asked us, will the Finney have a launch like other companies have launches?
Again?
Will we have a launch, like a company launch, a product launch of the Finney?
Oh yeah, sure. I think much bigger than companies in the industry. I think it would be more similar to a launch that you know from Samsung. I won't say Apple, you know, but think, yeah, we would host a big event launching the phone with the media, with our community, and you know, I'm sure that all of the employees of Syrian Labs and all of the company members and the community members of our community is waiting for this day. It will definitely be an exciting day.
Konstantin Kondov also asked if you could please reveal how many pre-orders we have for the Finney phone.
Last time we we announced the number was 25. Once we're not going to share this information on every new 1,000 phones. Once we have a bigger number to share, we will do it.
25,000.
Yeah, 25,000, of course. Yeah, 25,000, sure.
Okay. Jung-Hoon Kim asked, according to Etherscan, there are a lot of outgoing transfers of SRN. Did you guys sell off tremendous amounts of SRN in the market? He makes the comment that it suggests that we don't seem to believe in what we're doing as much as he does and wants to know what our plan is.
We sold 0 SRNs. There's no reason for Syrian to sell SRN. There's enough ethers and enough money in the bank. I'm not going to sell any SRN until the phone is ready. And even then, we probably don't need it. So you're wrong about this. And again, when you see our wallet, don't forget. I don't know what you refer as to our wallet, but our wallet, we pay some of our suppliers, and I'm very happy to see that, demand to get some of the payment in SRN, which puts us in the same boat. So it's great. It shows that some of our manufacturers, they want SRN. It's an alignment of interests. So for us, it's a good thing. And if they take some of the SRNs that they got and they convert it to ethers and then to dollars, then that's their own business. But Syrian didn't do that and won't do. There's no reason for.
And we have time for a few more questions with our founder and co-CEO Moshe Hogeg. If you are watching and have a question for Moshe, please send it in now. We're going to get to just a few more in the time that you've taken to be with us today, Moshe. Tagashi Ogane asked on Facebook, made the comment that it seems that the value of the SRN is too dependent on the number of Finney devices sold. Do you think that the number of sales will allow for the further development of Finney and for the development of the D-App store within the Syrian Labs ecosystem?
Yeah, I actually disagree. I think that, yeah, we want to sell as many phones as possible, but I think that taking our software and implementing it on other phones could be even bigger. Let's not forget that, with all the respect to everything we will do, there's a lot of big companies that already has big audience and a lot of customers. And for us to take our software and give it for free, as long as they use our token, we'll give it for free and allow them to enjoy everything we built, will make perfect sense for us, will make perfect sense for you, token holders.
Albert Villa Beltran asked, what will Syrian Labs show at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona this month?
Yeah, so there's nothing to show over there. We're going there. We have a bunch of meetings with operators and distributors and manufacturers, but we don't have a phone to show yet. So other than strategic meetings, there's nothing other than strategic meetings that we have over there.
Okay, and we'll get to one last question now. Samuel asked, when the specs of the device are confirmed, where will they be listed for all those who have pre-ordered the Finney?
So either we're going to list them on the website, or maybe, because it's a marketing question, maybe we will reveal them only in the launch event. It's more of a question to our consultants in the media, in our public relations department, to see what would be most beneficial to the company. Because if we release all of the spec before the launch event, then maybe it won't draw a lot of attention from the media once the phone is there. So we're still thinking about it.
Okay, thank you, Moshe. On behalf of all of us here at Syrian Labs, we want to thank those of you who have joined us live.
I will just say, there's 77 people watching us live, 76 now. I would say one thing that I really think I couldn't say enough times. People that are walking away from the project right now and selling their tokens, it's fine. Be relaxed. It's fine. It's good. He finished. He's happy. He's disappointed. it doesn't matter. If he's not with us for the long term, and again, when I say long term, I mean few months. It's like for me, coming from VCs, waiting 5 to 10 years for companies to mature, it seems a bit crazy that a year over here sounds like long term. But again, people that are leaving us at those valuations, goodbye. We need people that believe in what we do. We need people that understand that right now, this is an opportunity. This is nothing to be said about. You know, I'm a big believer in Ethereum. Whenever Ethereum takes a dip, I'm not crying. I'm happy. I'm all over it. So, you know, for people that believe in us, those should be actually good times, understanding what we're building. This is a new generation of companies, not 4 or 5 people with white papers. This generation of companies are serious companies with big teams, with capabilities, and we're building something big over here. So to the people that are believing in us, you should go with us the whole route, the whole journey. Wait until I'm standing on a stage presenting the Fini phone to the world and selling it to our community and making our community bigger and bigger. And I'm sure that once we have more stores in Korea, in Japan, in America, in Europe, our community will become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of us will enjoy it. So good luck to all of us. Please continue your support in us, and for the people that supported us from the beginning, from the new ones, thank you very much, and we will do our best to make you proud.
Very well said, Moshe. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone who's joined us live, and all of you who are watching about 40-something minutes of this video. We appreciate your questions, your comments, your active participation in our Telegram channel. Stay with us and join us again for our next Facebook Live. Stay tuned. Thank you, Moshe.
Take care. Bye-bye.